I'm trying something different this time. Um, it's gonna record like two video files instead of one, so I can either include the face cam or not, to be edited later. And I think tonight is when I'm gonna be like fucking around editing stuff. Um, just because it's gonna be easier. And like, we'll see. I think, okay, so the problem I have with this app, I'm using a dual cam app for iPhone. The problem I have with it is that guy is almost not yielding. Okay. When I press pause, or when I press stop video, sorry, at the end of the recording, it takes like a long ass time to encode the video, because it's blending the two videos together. I'm assuming it does it at the end instead of at the beginning or during, while it's recording for some reason. So that the reason my previous recordings or my test recordings or my introduction recordings were not getting caught is because like I would straight up just exit the app or close my phone, and that just cancels the recording, I guess. Ooh, that Argo gold mine looks sick. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is maybe, just maybe, if I record the two videos separately, it's writing to two different files. It doesn't have to encode them together, like blend them, which is, I think, gonna fix that problem. It's just gonna be a bit annoying for me because I have to either edit them. Sorry, that was weird. Either edit them or like do something to them because, I mean, I can just straight upload one or the other, but that's lame. We want both, right? And it'd be kind of cool to see both my face and the drive. That's all to say that, like, who cares? Like, who gives a shit, literally. But I'm on my way to outside of Idaho Springs now. I had a nice meal. I should like more often read the menu because I kind of get nervous, and then I'm like, oh, the waiter's here. Let me choose something on the menu. Then I didn't read what was on the menu. I saw Cajun Benedict, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds great. But little did I know that a Cajun Benedict is like so what a Cajun Benedict is hollandaise sauce, poached eggs, andouille sausages, but also biscuits instead of whatever else, like Egg McMuffins or whatever the fuck they put on Eggs Benedict normally. Which is annoying because I'm not the biggest fan of biscuits because they're kind of sweet and I wanted a savory meal. What made it worse, actually, was the motherfucker next to me, the two dudes. I was sitting at the bar because it was pretty packed. The two guys next to me are like ordering the weirdest shit of all time. Like one of them, I mean, they're like in their 40s or something, and the dude's ordering chalky milk. He ordered, like, it says on the menu a 12-inch pancake, but he told the waitress afterwards, like, there's no way this is 12 inches. It was like 15 inches across, like this, and it was like half an inch thick. Like, this shit was like peanut butter bacon pancake or something. And honestly, the smell of that just made me sick the entire time. It did not make my food taste better, because it was so sickeningly sweet. And this dude was scarfing down that next to me. So overall, the meal was fine. I'm satiated. I drank a lot of coffee because they just infinitely refill your cup. They're like, it's like one of those places where they get really, really apologetic if you have like if your cup isn't full less than like 80% of the time, or more than 80% of the time, because they're just constantly refilling it, like going like, oh my god, sorry, are you good with your coffee? Oh my god, do you want more coffee? Do you want to get caffeinated? Do you want more coffee? And I think it's showing right now because I'm fucking tweaking. They gave me the tweaking. They put Adderall in my coffee. They're giving me the Joe Biden medicine that makes you tweak. And that's me right now. Since I already had like the shitty, I mean, there's still some in the cup, but the shitty Keurig K-Cup bullshit they give you at hotels. I mean, it's free, but whatever. That's all to say, I'm well on my way now, and this is officially the first episode. The other one was like episode 0.5 or something. I'll probably record like an introduction to that or some bullshit, because it was kind of rough at the beginning. I just wanted to see if the recording worked. But I included a lot of good information. So this is part 2. I'm going through the fucking Valley of Rocks, or whatever the hell this is. A lot of this series is just going to be me discovering like new rocks, new biomes, new trees. I'm going to be like, oh my god, wow. Because, I mean, this is sick. I feel like a lot of the friends I hang out with, I love them to death, but there's a lot of people that travel a fuck ton, and they have the real big privilege to do so. And so it's been like extremely normalized. This guy's eating my ass up. He's trying to pass me. Okay, whatever, dude. A lot of my friends, basically, I feel like either they don't have the cojones, they don't have the will to go on an adventure, I guess, or they kind of just don't want to do stuff like this, or they've traveled too much, they've seen too much country, they smoke too loud. They're gonna kill them. But the real reason is like most of the people know they've been all over North America, they've been to Europe, I've never done any of that bullshit. I am doing this shit for the first time. I'm seeing sights I've never seen, and this is gonna amaze me. It's gonna put me in a fucking awe. It's gonna make me fawn over like the weird bullshit that I see along the way, and I feel like that's a good way to go. Even when I've been somewhere like multiple times, I feel like the magic is never lost on me. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I fuck with people that still have their childlike sense of wonder intact for traveling, at least, because there's some people that are just completely unfazed by everything, and their main part of traveling is either relaxation or like trying to have like a good time. And I feel like for me, it's mostly to see stuff. Like traveling to cities is not that interesting because I feel like, I don't know if it's the wind or if this car is not very aerodynamic, but it sounds, there's a lot of wind noises. What was I saying? This is gonna happen a lot. I'm gonna get fucking sidetracked constantly if I'm not on my ADHD meds, which I'm gonna try to limit. I'm gonna try it at least once for one day. I'll probably stim by going on the road for fucking 12 hours. But what did I want to say? Yeah, after like post, I don't know, 2000s, I feel like every single city in the world has converged to like one cavable slop city where Are they gonna what? Did you see that? That guy took out his hand and pointed towards the exit, either to tell me to go over to the other lane or to tell that other guy to exit. And I honestly don't know which one it was. But he's not even in the fucking fast lane, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm not getting angry. Yeah, like all the city centers have kind of like melded towards the same global monoculture. And it's not like, oh man, it's really windy. Look at those. That's why look. It's really fucking windy out here. Okay, I get it. It's blended what cities look like, and I kind of like so when you've seen like one major metropolitan city, you've kind of seen them all. But there are some exceptions to this that have like cities with culturally significant like areas and stuff, or like different character. So it's like it's not every city. It's just like if you're going to a city to like I don't know drink and eat $12 burgers, or not 12, it's $20 burgers at this point. But it kind of just gets boring. So I feel like most of what I want to do now for travel, at least in my old age, is to go somewhere with a purpose, you know? Like driving with a purpose, flying with a purpose, having a purpose, a thing that you want to go see, a site you want to absorb, a drive you want to make, a challenge, an obstacle you want to overcome, a challenge or something. You know, these are the purpose of my driving, of my. Yeah, that's basically it, honestly. Anyways, we're coming up on pretty sick terrain. Like, I'm surprised that so many areas along this drive have like if I'm going on this highway, it's like they built it at the bottom of a valley, right? I'm surprised that was possible, considering like there could be places where you just have no choice but to build over a mountain, right? But they charted the path, I guess. This is how the what's that video game? Oregon Trail. This is how the Oregon Trail happened. People just walked through these valleys a long time ago, and then died of dysentery, or however you say it. Damn, this truck, I might have to pass it. Passing it. Accelerating. Third gear. And we're back. Okay. So I don't want to fuck around with a truck. Dilian, 26 miles. Okay, we're almost fucking there, man. Damn. I guess ski hills are not that far from Denver, in retrospect. But I have to go very far beyond that. And so... Sorry. I'm thinking we can get to Utah today, actually. Like in like state lines, at least. Because I don't know, it's gonna be like the perfect place to be. What else could I talk about? Damn, this is gonna be a boring ass first episode if anybody's listening to this, which I'm assuming nobody will, because it's literally just me fucking rambling. Proceed to Chain Station. I thought about listening. I mean, I'm gonna when I'm not podcasting, when I'm not podcasting and driving, I think I will listen to a lot of audiobooks or something. try to figure that out. If somebody knows how to torrent audiobooks, bro, like tell me, because there's not a lot of mainstream torrent websites that have audiobooks on them. Like the Pirate Bay. I mean, God, look, listen, I'm gonna say the forbidden things in this podcast, but like the Pirate Bay only has a specific subset of things, and it's great for like shows, TV, and whatnot. But when it comes to every other form of media, they're missing a lot of bullshit. So I know there's private trackers that have goated stuff, but I can't, like, I don't own like an internet line powerful enough to get admitted to a private tracker. Like, my home internet is actually ass. I feel like okay, I'm talking about Brooklyn, right? Because I live in Brooklyn specifically. I won't tell you where, but it's in Brooklyn. And what's annoying is there's multiple types of internet you can get in Brooklyn, right? There's Optimum, Fios, Verizon Fios, and like I think some others, but I've only ever lived in a building with either Fios or Optimum, right? And the current building I moved into is only available to have Optimum. And if you're a real internet head like I am and was back in the early 2000s, you remember Spectrum and Comcast? Specifically, how much Reddit hates Comcast. Because Comcast is legitimately a dog shit company. And I should say was, because I think they died or they merged or something. If I remember correctly, Comcast became Spectrum and then became Optimum. I think they're all the same company. I'm not sure about this though. But it would explain how bad our service is. Because we're supposed to get 1 gig down. I mean, this is not fiber either, so it's whatever. But as a non-fiber service, just broadband or whatever it's called, we're supposed to get 1 gig up, 1 gig down, bro. We barely, on a good day, get 100. Like, it's crazy how little we get. And we're 4 people in the room. Sometimes we're all working from home in the house. And, like, it's kind of trash. And not only that, but their downtime is abysmal. Like, we would be working from home someday, and for like an hour, the internet just goes out for no reason. Absolutely zero reason. Or it's like sputtering in and out of existence. And I don't know if that's like a common thing, or like, why is like an internet service provider allowed to have that little, like, that little control over their infrastructure? Because, like, legitimately, okay, I'm a software engineer, right? And I went to school for software engineering, but also part of my degree was electrical engineering, right? And I know circuits. I've done hardware. It's like my dad was taught me how to like some electricity stuff, like the trade, not the electronics. And so when it comes to, and I'm a more like skewed towards like system administrator type shit as like a child, and then I became a software engineer. So I'm not one of those people that just codes and doesn't know how any of the stuff works. So I know like how switches and routers and stuff work to some extent, and I'm wondering, like, legitimately though, like, what is causing your service to flake that often? Like, on God. Like, is it like, why is it tweaking? Like, I don't get it. Like, what causes, like, there's no weather events, like nothing happens to cause this stuff. It's like, did somebody take down a pole? Like, is there, like, what is wrong with your infrastructure to the point where it randomly goes in and out like that? Like, I legitimately do not understand having something set up like that, right? Or at least a company that's as reputable and as widespread, because it's the only service provider for us, at least, and a lot of other people. And so it's like, what is the issue here? What is your issue? Why aren't you able to deliver us an adequate service? And what is going on when it goes up and down? I'm throwing that question out to the audience because I legitimately don't know. And every single technician I've gotten from these companies kind of just doesn't know. They kind of like trained them minimally to understand like how to hook up the line. But then beyond that, I don't think that they're not engineers, right? They didn't build the system, so they don't understand what is going on with it, right? They only know how to hook up some hardware. To some extent, some of them are better than others. But like, my question is, if there are chat, is there any Optimum engineers in the chat? Is there any Optimum engineers who designed this infrastructure? Can you get them on the line? Jarvis, can you kill that guy? Can you kill the Optimum engineer that designed this shit? But yeah, it's like, it's not fault tolerant. It's not like, it sucks. On the other hand, every time I've had a building which has FiOS in it, I've only ever had it go down once in my life, and that was over the course of like 2 years, right? So I'm guessing that between like copper wires and fiber, the copper wire infrastructure is probably really poorly patchworked together. Oh my god, that's a beautiful mountain. It looks like the Toblerone mountain. I'm sad that you guys can't see this, but it's like to the right. Anyways, yeah, like, I'm assuming it's a byproduct of the fact that fiber stuff is a very well-tested technology, and you need to inherently fault-proof it a lot because it's light going through a tube, and I feel like that would be kind of leaky compared to an electric signal, which, like, you can have electric signals that don't make contact versus, like, you know, like, you have, like, I don't know if you've ever soldered things to a PCB, a printed circuit board, but like, think of it this way. Sometimes the electrical contacts make contact, sometimes they don't as much, and sometimes it's faulty. It fucks up. It like doesn't work as well, and so the electrical signal can like fluctuate between like 0 and 1 volts, right? Whereas with fiber, I don't think it works like that. You can't just have like really fucky light coming through the cable, or else it just doesn't detect it, because it actually relies on it being very fault tolerant. I think this is, again, I'm not a fiber engineer. I've never worked with fiber optic cables in my own electronic. I'm thinking that's like a thing, because I know how finicky electrical contacts are, right? All of that to say, that means fault tolerant fiber equipment combined with brand new infrastructure, because it has to be brand new, because it's a new thing that you have to roll out everywhere, makes it a lot less like bad, in my opinion, right? Oh my god. Bro, I warned you. Anyways, okay. And then, so that makes me think that yeah, the copper infrastructure has been like built up over decades, and they've slapped random bullshit onto it to like upgrade the speeds, but it's all based on the same technology, right? So it's like, we can plug these cables into the same stuff. is like, it's what its like thesis is, right? Yeah, I think that's basically it. Like, I've diagnosed the problem. I've solved world hunger. I've created new thesis. I should send this to the fucking Nobel Prize immediately. Surely they will grant me a Nobel Prize for this discovery I've made while driving through the Colorado mountains. Surely. Also, it's getting a bit cold in this car, honestly, because I think it's getting colder outside. And I've just noticed that we are in a snow area. There's snow up here now. Which is going to go crazy, because what is this guy doing? He's all over the place. It is going to go crazy because the differences in, like, what is it called? Biomes I'm going to see throughout this trip are going to be crazy. I'm going to see snow, and yeah, look, right here, actually, this is a ski hill that they're making snow at. I mean, again, it's on the left, so you can't see it, but I see like 40 snow cannons yeeting shit out of the air, which, all right, they're starting the season early. That's crazy. But there's also a mountain right in front of me that has a lot of snow on it, I think, naturally. So I'm thinking we're in the negative territory right now. We're in the -1 degree Celsius, or minus or 0 Fahrenheit, or whatever the fuck Fahrenheit is. But yeah, I'm thinking we're back. We're gonna be in a cold area, and then after this, we're gonna be in the desert, and then the desert will get warmer and warmer and warmer until we pass through fucking basically Death Valley. Also, I see people skiing. Oh my god. There's people already skiing here. And also, I don't know where I'm going, because there is 2 lanes now, actually. Okay, people are slowing down. I don't know why. Oh shit, Eisenhower Tunnel? Wait a minute. Okay. Alright, we're in a tunnel now, I guess. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't think I've ever driven in a tunnel. We're going straight through the fucking ass of the mountain. And below this the head of this mountain, smooth off. How much do you think the air outside here is toxic because of the CO2 fumes of the cars? I know that's a thing. It's like if you go train hopping and it passes through a tunnel, you really have to be careful, because it can be in a tunnel for like hours, and you can like just suffocate to death on a fucking train that nobody knows you're there, you know? So it's like it's kind of bad. You need to bring, I don't know, oxygen or some shit. I don't know how people do it. It's one of the things. It's like I do have a sense of adventure, but I don't know if I'd ever do train hopping, because I value my life a bit. You know, it's like I don't want to injure myself. I feel like that's prime injury territory. It's like I'd rather like hitchhike than, I don't know, try to jump on a train and like stay on it while it's going really fast. But it's entertaining to watch others do so. I mean, it's always entertaining to watch other people risk their lives and not me. You know? Because if something's funnier than another person eating shit, I don't know, like, if I'll ever find it. This is really grim, but have you guys ever seen the video of that dude that climbed Mount Fuji out of season? And he was like live streaming on like Twitch or something. I don't know if it was Twitch or if it was like another website. I think it might have been another website, because if I remember correctly, the video has like the like, I think Bilibili has this or something, like the Chinese equivalent has like the scrolling Twitch like chat on the video instead of on the side of the video. You just see like random bullshit like passing through the video, which honestly is a bit annoying, but it's kind of hype when there's like stuff happening on screen. But he had that on the screen while he was climbing up the iciest Mount Fuji like trail I've ever seen. Like in the middle of winter, where it's like closed for obvious reasons because it's bullshit to go up there, and he straight up like accidentally what is it called? I mean, first of all, he went up there with no equipment at all, like nothing, zero, zilch. Bro just decided one day, I'm gonna go fucking climb Mount Fuji in my Nikes in the middle of winter. So first of all, he was freezing, and then second of all, he was just straight up like slipping and shit all around. And then obviously, like once you get to the top where it's just like a cap of ice, he slips. The camera falls with him, and it just tumbles down the entire mountain. While people are pogging out in the fucking Twitch chat, he's legitimately just dying, like pummeling his head against rocks, which is crazy. And then the stream cuts, and then yeah, they found him dead. Like, isn't it like that is such a way to go that I would never want that for myself, obviously. But I mean, people did it, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's like some people. I mean, he obviously had a death wish, but I don't know what was going through his head. Like, it could have been like not his fault, you know. Sometimes, like, I don't know, somebody's like manic or bipolar or something. They kind of just don't think correctly, and then they're doing shit that they'd regret, and it cost them their lives, which is kind of crazy. Like I've never been diagnosed as bipolar, but I do relate to bipolar people so like so much. When I read like the like parts of like the description of like being bipolar, I've never been I've never felt so seen at some points, honestly, because I do think my at least with my ADHD, I don't know if my ADHD like contributes, or I don't know what the trigger mechanisms are for these kinds of things, but I would describe my life as series of like sinusoidal ups and downs, which is like that. Okay, Emmanuel, like that's just what it is, right? But the ups and downs are kind of pronounced or weird in a way. Like I do have manic. What is this guy doing? I do have like manic episodes every so often where I feel like I can do anything in a sense. Like I can implement anything. I can make anything. I have a lot of bravado and confidence in myself, and it's always feels like I'm on the top of the world. I'm fucking goated. I am like it's the meme where it's like I oscillate between I'm goated and I'm the biggest piece of shit in the world, you know? And it honestly doesn't annoy me that much because I understand when I'm in those zones. I understand it, and I know I'm there. So it's like I don't do anything rash. I don't do anything impulsive. I think that was the things like my therapist or my psychiatrist actually, because he thought he was like looking for signs of this as well. But like I don't do anything impulsive that would like ruin my or like put my safety at risk, right? Or anything impulsive that would put me in bodily harm, like put me in harm's way, or like cause me bodily harm or financial harm. You know, it's like all the things I do are kind of in like even like the impulsive things that I do during these stages are even just like normally kind of quirky or weird things, like what I'm doing right now basically. It's like I just pack everything up and go to Colorado to drive. It's that like yeah, that's basically it. Like I just do stuff like this instead of like tweaking out and I don't know, becoming a Nazi like Kanye, which is like okay, it's not that big of a deal in my brain, but I do, and I feel like these moments of clarity that I have like this also I have like I microdose it, and it always happens in between the hours of like 12 to I'd say 5 a.m. That's when like That's legitimately when I'm at my most delusional, where I'm very emotional. I love life. I am locked in. I'm in the zone. I'm doing something that I said, like, fuck it, I'm doing this. And I have like very high concentration during those zones. And yeah, it always happens at night, but when I go to bed, I wake up, I'm fine. It's like, yeah, like very small manic episodes I have randomly. And my psychiatrist said it wasn't enough to be concerned about. Um, but it's cool. I mean, I think it's a great part of my personality. Um, Another thing, I mean, the opposite of this would be like the small depressive episodes I have as well. It's like I don't get them as often because I obviously live a pretty happy life, and I am very content and happy most of the time. But there are periods of like a month or two where I'm like, oh, this is it's kind of like seasonal depression, honestly. But sometimes it's just like I have to stick it through where I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of tired and annoyed and sad for no reason, yearning, kind of bullshit, you know. But those things happen. I feel like once I get over that, the hump, it always comes back, and I'm good. There was a couple times in my life where those depressive episodes became a bit deeper, obviously, because of the circumstances, but like, it's never something I can't overcome. Anyways, I think we're rolling up onto Dillion right now, actually, because I think I recognize some of these areas, and man, these mountains look awesome. I don't know if you see the one directly in front of the camera right now. There's like a valley basin in the middle of it. Kind of looks like a volcano. Very sick. Very cool. I think, oh, that's what it is. I mean, fuck. Okay, this is Dillion. Because I remember reading about this, or seeing it. There is a reservoir, there's a huge dam right to the literal left of the camera again, but it's like a huge escarpment that's like dirt, and I think behind it is the lake I was talking about, the huge reservoir, which makes sense because this is like a valley area. I think they just built this reservoir because, but it is a cool sight to see because I'm below it now, so I guess I'm below, quote unquote, sea level of this lake. All right, I think I'm coming up to 38 minutes here, and I'm kind of running out of things to say. So I can only talk for so long before I start running out of ideas, because it's like I have good ideas all the time, but they never come to me when I'm trying to, like, obviously do something, right? I don't know how to describe it. It's like stage fright, but for ideas. So I guess, I mean, it doesn't matter. Nobody will be watching this. So I think it's perfectly fine for me to just fucking rattle off shit and hope for the best. I do think, all right, here's an idea. What is everybody's opinion on fast food, honestly? I'm a big fucking enjoyer of it. It's sick. It's awesome. It has aura. I think fast food is goated. Twin. 6-7. Oh, here's the reservoir. I see it. Now I'm above the reservoir. I see it's kind of cool. There's no like defined shoreline. It's kind of like a swampish reservoir. Scenic off-ramp. I mean, I could have gone there, but whatever. Frisco, next 2 exits. The shortening of San Francisco. We're almost there. The business loop, next right. I think that this is going to be very tiring. This is going to be a big ass, long ass drive. But it is a challenge I'm willing to accept. Because I gotta do it now that I've committed to it, I guess. It's crazy that people are skiing this early in the season. I did not know that it opened in November. I thought I would be passing. I mean, there's no snow on the ground here, but there's barely in the mountains. But the ski hills are making snow, so I guess they're open. It's like, I didn't know that they, I don't know if it's financially incentivized to open this early, but whatever, I guess. It must be cheaper or something, I don't know. DUI enforcement is on. Drive sober. Fuck, there's this one song on TikTok. Oh man. I remember, okay. This dude on TikTok that covers like popular pop songs. And it's mostly songs from like the early 2000s because like people remember it and that's his like target demographic or whatever. But here's what is the Justin Bieber song that he was singing? It was like I just remember the lyrics. It's just like, jerk me off. Tonight you're gonna jerk me off. Off. Or something like that. And then there's like, the chorus is awesome. It's like, all I need is some Bud Light and some weed. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah. I don't remember the other lyrics that he had on it, but the Bud Light and some weed part is genius. But there was one guy in the comments that was like, even better lyric because he skipped over it. The rhyming version is all I need is some Bud Light and my keys, which would like go hard considering that there's DUI detection on this road. But yeah, unfortunately I'm not a big fan of drunk driving. Theoretically I like the concept because it's funny, but only because it's funny because it puts people in mortal danger. Like, the fact that it puts people in mortal danger makes it not fun. I mean, it makes it funnier, but it obviously is not something you should be doing. like why would you be fucking drunk driving, bro? Are you stupid? Like, for real though. And I know it seems like I'm drunk driving because I'm fucking swerving a lot, but that's just because I'm not that good at keeping the car in like a direct. The people must think I'm drunk driving, honestly, because I'm very bad at. I swerve a lot. Sometimes I like look at my mirror and I'm not, and like the road turns a bit, and I'm like, fuck, I'm out of the lane. But I try not to do that. I try to lock in a bit, but whatever. Okay, so we're past Dillian. I don't know where our next stop is gonna be at. Like, for real though. Like, I got three-quarter tank. I legitimately don't know how far I can go with that. So we'll see. But I just hope that. I mean, there's a lot of people on the road. There must be like fucking gas stations randomly, you know? Like, I'm not. There isn't gonna be a stretch of road without any gas station for like 100 miles. I hope. I hope the U.S. isn't that remote, obviously, for obvious reasons. Like, I wish it's not. All I need is some Bud Light and some weed. Dun, 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 dun. That's a truck. Where is he going, bro? Is that a tow truck? Oh my god, it's a tow truck. Holy fuck. Wait till you see this mountain. I'm turning towards it right now, and this is like a vertical cliff. You ready to see this? Wait for it. It's probably on the edge of the view now. Look at that bullshit, bro. Isn't that crazy? I can't imagine skiing down that sounds like suicide. And I'm also going too slow right now, so whoops. It's like I honestly can't maintain the same speed all the time. Oh, wait a minute. There's cruise control. Fuck. I don't know what these buttons do. I just pressed a cruise control button that it seems to be already on, and didn't do anything. So I don't know if it's actually cruise control. But whatever. I mean, it has like the little indicator, like the speed indicator thing, and like a little arrow indicating the speed indicator. I actually don't know what that means. I should probably familiarize myself with all the bells and whistles of this car before I leave next time, or like before at like the next gas station or something. Because I also just need a piss. I mean, not that much right now at least, but I'm gonna need to piss a lot in a bit. Because they did keep refilling my fucking coffee cup, like unironically all the time, and the dumbass I am, they just kept I just kept fucking chugging that shit because I am a good boy and I fucking love to eat slop and drink the gas station slop juice. Feed me the slop juice. I'm a good boy. Mommy, bring the slop juice. I would say if I loved the slop juice. And I was also a sub. When you unfelled and you're like looking for Dom to feed me coffee slop juice from a gas station. We'll do anything. We'll pay to be financially dominated by a mommy that gives me slop juice. Also, another ski station with people on it. Actually, a lot of people on it. Like a ridiculous amount of people on it. And I don't know which ski station this is, but it seems like a popular one. I don't know. Vail is coming up. I've heard of Vail. When I went to Keystone, there's a lot of people talking about Vail. Thing is, when you're living in Denver, you kind of have to drive more to get less people at a ski slope. So if you want to go to like the least populated ski slopes because you're an asshole skier and you love cutting people off and fucking bombing down hills, then yes, you will try to go further to not injure people. Like that's another thing. Like, okay, I don't know if anybody goes skiing. real ski heads. Will the real ski heads please stand up? But since I'm a real ski head, I love skiing. This is like sometimes there's like different personalities when you go skiing, right? There's like the dudes who are just straight up trying to kill themselves, right? Like they're normally they're not even teenagers. They're like late 20s and they've abandoned all hope or will to live. So most of them are snowboarders, but there will be skiers. I think the skiers in them are even more breakneck because they think they're invincible compared to a person on a snowboard. Because the snowboard, since your feet are tied together, you kind of have that reminder that you're mortal, right? Versus the skis make you feel like you're entirely in control, which honestly is like a crux for these people. So the people I'm thinking about are like the late 20s, dudes with long hair that like they slick back in their fucking beanie, that kind of Shaun White style. They have like the beanie that's like really just poking from the top, long ass beanie. Zero helmet, never worn a helmet in their life. May not even wear goggles, but they mostly do. These people are the kinds of people that are either in front or in behind you in the ski lift, and they love to like grab onto the ski lift or like this chair in like the weirdest fucking manner, or like lie down in them and shit. And then they like also love to jump out of the chair like halfway up the mountain when there's like barely any snow to catch them, and there's like 40 feet between them and the ground. They're just like, woo, and then they jump, you know what I'm saying? Like, those people are annoying, but you will almost never meet them on the slope because they're constantly off track. They're trying to find the weirdest shit to kill themselves. They're in ski hills and trails that you've never even heard of. The only like knowledge of them existing is like some Native American word from 300 years ago that calls it like death slope or like hole of misery or something, and then they just constantly love to like throw themselves down there, right? So that's the kind of person I'm talking about. There's another personality here that's cropping up in my mind that's like, imagine so I'm trying to split these up into categories because I know a lot of ski personalities, but there is the teenager, or the skibbity toilet, the 6'7" kind of guy that mostly men, but they're like from the ages of like, I don't know, 8 to 16 maybe. Yeah, that's a good range. I don't think before that. These kids are fucking insane for obvious reasons because they're kids, but they're not as insane as the other guy because they actually fear death, right? The other guy has nothing to lose. He doesn't have a 401k. He probably works at the ski hill. But he doesn't have any fucking thing to go for him, right? A lost soul in a modern era of capitalism. Versus the child who still has the wonder in his eyes, obviously, like I said. But they're kind of reckless. They're kind of fucking insane because they're goaded on. And here's the thing. These kids will be worse. These kids will be worse if they're in groups, right? Alone, they're not a threat. And if they're in groups, they'll hunt like packs of wild wolves. They'll be out there fucking sniping people, basically. And the reason they cause a nuisance is they like love racing and stuff, and they put the race, the will to win the race before the safety of others on the slope. So the issue there would be like, they're gonna fucking bomb, and they're gonna straight up cut you off at inches away from your face, but they will never care about you. They probably didn't even see you, in fact, because they're too focused on looking back towards their opponent that's probably trailing them, kind of shit, you know? So they're just fucking going insane, right? And again, they're not as bad in the chairlift. They're probably just playing the penis game. They're going like, penis, penis. Also, I'm going way too fucking fast. I'll let that guy through, but this is insane. Okay. Yeah, they're just being a nuisance. They're fucking hanging around in the ski lodge, probably throwing fries at each other. They're just kids, bro. Like, it's fine. They're not as bad as the other guy. The other guy is like, I am concerned for your health and safety. please sign a will kind of shit. And then there is people on a vacation. The tourists. The not real heads. They're not real heads. They're not real ski heads. They're not real ski heads. They're not real snowboard heads. They love to do it once every 10 years. They know how to do it. They're adept at it, but they're not good at it. And they don't know the etiquette. They're kind of like the gentrifiers of ski in a way. And I say that loosely because I really hate when people call X whatever gentrifier, because like they just don't go with the vibe of the word. They basically just mean white people, or like white people that move into somewhere, or so, like, you know, they have like, they're going for the cultural aspect of gentrification, not the actual like socioeconomic effect. Which, I mean, I feel like yuppie is a better word for going after like that kind of shit. But these are the yuppies of the ski slope, because they have their 401k, they have their consulting job in Chicago, they work for McKinsey probably. They're wearing vests. They're wearing vests on the ski slope, not ski gear. They're wearing a vest with like a compression shirt, long compression shirt underneath it, or some bullshit. And these people don't wear helmets either, because it fucks with their vibe. They don't want to look like a pussy, but they still fear for their life. Obviously, you can see the fear in their eyes, and it's very obvious when they're not in control of their movements, because you will see them going down the ski slope at like a leisurely pace, following their friends or whatever, but then suddenly they'll break from the pack and fucking accidentally go really, really quickly, and then their skis will like twist in like contorted directions that they're still like going in the correct direction. It's just like, you're like, oh, that person is dangerous. That person is fucking going crazy style. They're break dancing on the fucking slope, but they're not doing it on purpose. They're like trying to recover from whatever the fuck is going on. And you can see the fear in their eyes. You can see the adrenaline pumping through their veins. When they come down to the fucking, like if they almost died in like the Mongol, or like, what is it called? The Moguls? Sorry, that I almost said like, whatever. I mean, it's a nationality, but like whatever. The Moguls, they almost died in Moguls because their knees almost gave out, because they're obviously they don't ski that much. So you see them roll up the chairlift, and they're scared of going back up. They take off their glasses, they prop them up on their foreheads, and you can see the fear in their eyes. They're like chatting away at their friends, they're like laughing and shit, giggling, but you can see deep down that they legitimately almost had a panic attack like 2 seconds beforehand. They're sweating, it's bad. It's a bad time for them. But these people are actually dangerous. They're actually fucking, and the reason I say they're yuppies of the fucking, because they're the ones who are willing to pay $37 for chicken tenders at the top of the ski hill. And they will gladly drive up the price. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. They will gladly drive up the price, right? They are the they're the demand on the supply and demand curve that will push the price of the chicken tendies, my beloved chicken tendies and fries, at the top of the ski hill to $37.55, because they're just like, they're upper class. They can afford it. And so they're just kind of like ruining it for all the people that have come to the ski hill for a long time. And they're not only ruining the economics of it, but we're at Vail. There's another ski hill. They're not only ruining the economics of it, but they're ruining like the like the vibe. I don't want to say that, but like the vibes of the ski hill, because during those uncontrolled periods of descent, they're constantly like unpredictable, and you kind of have to like make way for them by avoiding certain sections of the track because they're just fucking going at it. They're not paying attention to people, and not that they don't care about other people, because they can. Like, yuppies are upper middle class, but they're not as soulless, right? They just can't control their movements, and they overestimate how much they know, and so they put everybody else in danger because of that. And they're obviously on the trail. They're not off-roading. They're there for the resort. They're there for the ski. They're there for the not the snow park. None of them will do snow park shit. They're not jumping. They're not breaking their femur. Their health insurance is very good, but they don't want to do that. They're there for the hot tubs at the bottom of the ski slope. They're there for everything else unrelated, but they're there to have a good time. So I mean, I don't blame them. It's just like, it is a class of people that you want to avoid on the slopes. And as far as nuisances go, those are like all the categories. I don't know if I'd have to think about more categories of people I've seen on the slopes. I think what I fall under, because I skied like a lot. Like, I grew up next to a ski hill. Again, another hint to where I grew up. I grew up next to a ski hill. It was a small ski hill because the East Coast obviously has fucking shitty ski, but it was a nice ski slope, and I used to go like after school, like all winter, because they have lights on the track and you can like ski from like 4 to 9 p.m. and it's just a fucking good time. Sometimes I saw people that I knew there. I would completely avoid them because I was fucking awkward as shit and introverted. Other times I'd probably just tag along with a group of people that would bully me. But overall, it was nice because you get to zone out when you're alone as well. Like, you just fucking put your headphones in and fucking rock at it. Not that I did put my headphones in because I didn't have headphones. I was free balling it. I would go off road and sit there and contemplate life for hours, obviously, like I'm doing now, honestly. But this is not skiing. This is an outlet for my mental health, and honestly, I think that talking while driving makes me a better driver in a sense. I mean, if I'm telling a story, I do get a bit distracted, but if I'm like stimming or just saying bullshit and continuing my train of thought like I'm doing right now, I feel like it puts me in the zone. Because I was doing it like off camera too. When I just got the car and I was coming out of the airport at like I landed at like 9 p.m. Denver time, and I got the car at like 10, and I was like, it was like a 30-minute drive to the hotel. I was a bit sleepy because it was like midnight my time, New York time, so the jet lag was getting me. But it's a fucking golf club? What the hell? It is crazy at this time of year that you can have a golf club which looks open and like the grass is cut, and like 10 minutes away have completely snow-covered mountaintops that are just like, have open ski. It's like I can go play a 9-hole of golf and then go ski. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah. So like when I was driving to the airport, to the hotel. Oh my god, to the hotel. It helped a lot to just be like fucking stimming. Basically, I was like beatboxing, saying bullshit, and speaking my mind, because that was. Even there was nobody was hearing me. The funniest shit possible. Okay, so I left the parking lot at the rental, right? And then I was like, I tried to get used to the car in the parking lot. I was like looking at all the shit like I normally do. But then I forgot. I mean, I didn't expect the car to come preloaded with the fucking heating set to 9,000 degrees. So for the 30 to 40 minute drive to the hotel, and I was wearing my jacket. I was wearing my big like fucking like Carhartt style puffer work jacket, right, with a fucking sweater underneath, and because I made the mistake of not taking it off, and straight up, I think when I got to the hotel, I realized the heat was set to like 80 or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was like, holy fuck. Because by the last 10 minutes of the ride, I was sweating my balls off. I was like opening the windows every 5 seconds to like let some cool air and then try to drive again. Because I wasn't gonna, like, there was a lot of traffic, and I wasn't gonna fuck around with my the car console area while I'm trying to swerve between cars, right? Obviously. So I was just straight up like sweating my ass off. And not only was I sweating my ass off, but the fans were just directed directly at me, just blasting hot air at me. No music, nothing, just like trying to get to my fucking hotel as fast as possible while I'm sleepy, beatboxing, and sweating. So that's why I didn't set up the camera and shit to record. Because it would have been a disaster. And plus I was getting used to the car, so I didn't want to overextend my capabilities before I got this shit on the road. There's a McDonald's. I could stop at a McDonald's and piss. There's gas. I'm almost half tank. Should I refuel? I don't know what kind of gas this car takes. I'm driving a Chevrolet Blazer, which honestly, they should have given me a fucking Honda Civic or something, because it probably gets like worse gas mileage. Now I'm kind of fucked. But it was like the car rental option was like just whatever they had. So roll of the dice, baby. That's what happens. It happens sometimes. You gotta gamble with life. And also, I think the dude swindled me. So I got this rental online for like 800-ish, right? For 9 days, which is pretty good. And I took off most of the shit that they add on, right? Because the only thing that I kept was like roadside assistance or something. Because if I break down in the middle of nowhere, I kind of am fucked. So yeah, I was like, okay, roadside assistance is fine. Let's do that. But I checked off almost all of. I think my credit card, like I have a Sapphire Reserve. I think my credit card handles there's something that it handles with like car accidents or whatever, but it doesn't handle everything, right? It doesn't pay for everything, obviously. And he upsold me on if I crash, because like he made it seem like I didn't know what I was talking about, because he asked me for my insurance, my car insurance, and I was like, I don't have a car. I'm from New York, bro. I take the subway every day. I barely drive. This is the first time I've driven in like a year, right? And and so I was like, bro, I don't have insurance. And he made it seem like you needed insurance to drive, which is like, isn't it the car already insured, right? Or some bullshit. Like, I actually don't know how it works or how it works per state. but he basically scared me into getting an extra amount of bullshit that basically makes it like if I hit somebody else, then it covers it, right? Which is whatever. I mean, it's peace of mind now. I spent way more than I needed to. I think it was like $1,200 that it came out, so an extra $400 for no fucking reason. But like I'm pretty sure, because I signed up on the internet, I'm pretty sure they would have let me. And I asked him at the end, it's like, do I really need this? And he's like, no, you don't need it to drive. And I don't know if it's required by law either. But if I hit anybody else, then I'm 100% liable for their damage, right? Obviously. Which is like, okay, well, I'll just get good and not hit anybody, obviously. I mean, it's not that hard to do. But, like, it kind of sucks that he upselled me like that, because he made me, like, think that I was, like, legally required to pay this. And if, like, I got caught by a cop or something, then they would, like, snipe me and tell me you're not allowed to drive. Which, like, I'm not sure that even is a thing. Like, I legitimately don't understand car insurance as well, and like, right for now. So I might be actually fucking stupid right now. But I swear I looked it up before I left, and I did because I was looking through the options, and I was fine. So that's what caught me off guard. Anyways, Avis, you can suck my dick and balls for upcharging me like that. Don't appreciate it. And I'm still heading west here, actually. I think I'm, like, rolling out of the mountain, at least the most tricky part of the mountains, because, like, there seems to be, like, a flat area here, or some flatter area if I'm, like, on top of a mountain. These are it's like slowly turning into rolling hills. Let's see. Some cars behind me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and like the cost of this trip is going to be a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Unfortunately, but I just really wanted to do it, so fuck it. I'm like, this is my trip. I'm spending my money how I want it. It's a similar reason why I bought a 3D printer this year. I was like, I need to stop idealizing stuff in my head, and I need to actually prototype stuff that I want to make. So that's my reasoning to buy a 3D printer, because yeah. One project I am working on, which I've been working on for like a year or two now, and I'm part of this trip is going to be me writing blog posts about it, because I've been like skirting around like this. Again, this is a trip for me to shoot even more shit out into the world, and put my shit out there. But I will be writing about, like, I don't know, my projects and stuff, and then I'll be posting it, and then I'll see how people like it. But part of it is I'm tired of being kneecapped in the area of consumption, because at my core I am a producer. I am a builder. Okay, I hate that word because of Silicon Valley ruined it, but like, I make stuff. Like, I've done it my entire life. I take broken down things, I tear them apart and put them back together and make something new with it. That's why I love Legos. That's why I loved blocks when I was young. That's why I love sandbox video games. That's why I love a lot of things. It's because that's why I started making software, making electronics. It's because I love building. And I've been in this era of my life for too long where I'm not doing anything and I'm only building stuff that other people want me to do. And I'm only making things that other people want me to make. And I've always made stuff behind the scenes, but I never show people. It's kind of like a repeating phenomenon in my life where I've built something really impressive, and then in silence, I move in silence like the fucking ninja, and I drop something and I show somebody offhanded after like 2 years, and like, what the fuck? When were you doing this? This is awesome. And I feel like I could have been showing updates along the way and getting more people excited and involved with it and collaborating with people. And understanding the human experience, which is sharing stuff. And I don't share enough. I do not share my inner thoughts with people. I don't share what I'm doing with people. I don't share stuff. But here's to my literal physical journey to the California, but also my mental journey to sharing stuff and being more open and collaborating with humanity, because I think it's fun. It's really, really fun, and not enough people do it. I feel like a lot of people were in the same zone as I was, and if this video encourages people to make more stuff and collaborate and enjoy their life and build community around things, then so be it, bro. I mean, that's my goal. Is like, another thing is like, I never thought it was like other people might see this and take a bit of knowledge out of it from this fucking young/old guy. I'm going to keep saying I'm old, but I'm not washed yet. I'm not 30. I'm not unk. I'm not cooked. I'm not chopped. I swear to God. I'm served. I ate. The plot of the bear. Okay, my voice is getting a bit raspy now. I should probably stop recording. So that's going to be it for episode 1. See you around.